Okay. I wasn't going to say this until a later example, but let me say this now. Notice that the vertex, right? Even without graphing it, we knew the vertex had to be below the x-axis, right? Because the y-coordinate is negative. And so because of that, and because A is positive, even before we got to the x-intercepts, we know there has to be x-intercepts. In other words, we know the graph has to pass through, has to intersect the x-axis. That's what I'm trying to say here. I hope that's making sense. I mean, we'll see more examples of it. But I'm just saying, though, that from looking at the vertex and just considering A, hopefully you can see, you know what, maybe this will help. Let me do this. Let me draw the axis. Okay. Trying to get you guys to see, you know, what's going on. And before we even get to doing x-intercepts, we know there's got to be x-intercepts. You know, some quadratic functions don't have x-intercepts, but this one we know is in this quadrant. I mean, I don't know where exactly the number is, the point is, but that doesn't matter now. It's in this quadrant, and we know that A is positive, right? So we know the graph has to do something like this. Something like this. You know, it might pass through over here. That might happen, and that's okay, but it has to pass through the x-axis. So I'm saying that there has to be x-intercepts here. So from here, if we messed up and somehow we got no x-intercepts, you know, from the quadratic formula, then we know something's wrong. You know, the calculations are telling you more than just numbers, is what I'm saying. All right. So that was the, I don't know why I have example 3 there, but that's all right. So I figured it'd be good to try these examples out for everyone to try these out. You know, so I figured take like 5 minutes and get as far as you can. If you don't finish them all, that's okay. I mean, the first one's pretty straightforward. The second and third, they're not terrible, but the vertex has coordinates that are kind of funny. Well, maybe funny is not the right word, but I just want everyone to try it out because I just like having people do that. I mean, at first I thought about putting you guys in breakout groups, but although maybe I could do that. I'm worried about how that will go, though. Just work on this. Let me stop the recording.